Virgo, stop what you're doing for a second and really tune in because the energy coming through right now is extremely intense. This is not something that happens often, and I need you to understand that before we go any further. What I'm seeing here is rare, overwhelming, and impossible to ignore. Someone is coming toward you with a force that I honestly have not seen in a very long time. Before we dive deeper, if you feel this energy already, if something inside you just shifted, take a moment to support the Virgo channel by liking this reading, subscribing, and staying connected. These messages reach the people who are meant to hear them exactly when they need to. Virgo, the first card that comes out immediately is the Tower, but not in the way people usually fear it. This Tower is activated by emotion, not destruction. This is a sudden realization, a breaking point, a moment where someone can no longer pretend, hide, or suppress what they feel for you. Something cracked inside them recently. A conversation, a dream, seeing your name, hearing about you, or even sensing your energy from afar triggered something they can't undo. Right after that, judgment shows up. And this is big. Judgment means your name has been spoken out loud, decisions have been made, truths have been admitted, even if only privately, for now. This person has reached a moment of reckoning. They are realizing that what they felt for you was not temporary, not imagined, not one-sided, and definitely not replaceable. Virgo, this person has tried to move on. They have tried distractions. They have tried logic. Some of them even told themselves they were over you. But the cards are very clear that didn't work. The energy kept coming back, stronger, louder, more demanding. Now I'm pulling the devil, and I need you to listen carefully. This is not toxicity in the usual sense. This is attachment, obsession, desire, mixed with fear, longing mixed with guilt. This person feels bound to you energetically. They think about you when they don't want to. They compare everyone to you even when they try not to. You live in their subconscious. What makes this shocking, Virgo, is that this person didn't plan to come in strong. They didn't want to. They are not someone who likes to feel emotionally exposed. But the devil plus judgment plus the tower together tells me something snapped. Resistance collapsed. Then comes the Knight of Wands, charging forward with no hesitation. This is impulsive, passionate, urgent movement. This person is not coming calmly. They're not testing the waters. They're not waiting for the perfect moment. They are acting on pure emotion now. And Virgo, they are scared, not of you. They are scared of how powerful their feelings are. Next, the High Priestess appears, and this is about what has been hidden. There are things this person never told you, feelings they buried, words they swallowed. For some of you, this person acted distant or inconsistent, not because they didn't care, but because they cared too much. You felt too good to be true to them. You triggered their insecurities. You reflected back parts of themselves they weren't ready to face. They watched you quietly. They observed how you handled situations, how you pulled back without drama, how you stayed grounded while they were internally spiraling. And Virgo, your silence spoke louder than any confrontation ever could. Now I'm seeing the Lovers, but crossed with the moon. This tells me there was confusion, fear, and emotional fog around this connection. They didn't trust their feelings at first. They questioned them. They told themselves stories to justify not acting, but the illusion is gone now. This person knows exactly what they feel. And here is where it gets even more intense. The King of Cups appears reversed, followed immediately by Strength. This tells me they are trying to control an emotional overflow. They are holding themselves together, but barely. Strength here is not calm confidence, it's restraint. It's someone gripping their emotions tightly, afraid that if they let go even a little, everything will spill out. Virgo, When this person comes forward, you may feel surprised by the depth of what they reveal. They may say things you never expected them to admit. They may talk about how long they've felt this way, how they never stopped, how you changed them, how losing access to you forced them to look at themselves. Then we have the Eight of Cups reversed. This is crucial. This means they tried to walk away emotionally, but they couldn't. Something kept pulling them back, something unfinished, something unresolved, something about you. And Virgo, your energy has changed. That's the part they can't ignore anymore. You are not waiting. You are not chasing. You are not trying to convince anyone of your value. You've stepped into a quieter, stronger version of yourself, and that version is magnetic. Now the Ace of Wands appears, signaling a sudden spark, a bold action, a message, a move, an initiation that comes fast and unexpectedly. This could happen very soon. This is not long-term planning energy. This is I can't wait anymore energy. They are coming in strong because they feel time slipping. They feel the distance widening. They feel you becoming unreachable. Virgo, this person is afraid that if they don't act now, they will lose you for good. And the final card I'm pulling right now is the Wheel of Fortune, which tells me this is not random. This is divinely timed. Something is shifting behind the scenes. Conversations are happening. Emotions are aligning. Circumstances are moving. This connection is at a turning point. Whether this becomes a powerful reunion, a shocking confession, or a moment that finally brings clarity, one thing is certain: nothing stays the same after this. And Virgo, the energy is still unfolding. Virgo, the energy is still building. And what's important right now is not to rush to conclusions, because what's unfolding is layered, emotional, and deeply personal. As I continue pulling into this energy, the Page of Swords comes through, and this tells me something very specific. Someone has been watching you closely, not in a surface level way, but energetically, emotionally. They may be checking your social media, asking about you indirectly, or replaying past conversations in their mind. There is curiosity mixed with anxiety here. They want to know where they stand with you before they make their move, but at the same time, they are struggling not to reveal themselves too soon. This person senses that you are different now. You're not reacting the same way. You're quieter, more selective, more protected, and that unsettles them. Not because they don't like it, but because they can feel that access to you is no longer guaranteed. Then the Five of Cups appears, and this hits hard. There is regret here, deep regret. This person is mourning what they could have done differently, words they should have said, actions they delayed, moments where they chose comfort over courage. They replay scenarios where they imagine how things might have unfolded if they had been braver with you. Virgo, they never forgot the way you made them feel safe and exposed at the same time. You were not just a romantic interest, you were a mirror, and that scared them. Now I'm seeing the star, and this changes the tone completely. This is hope, healing, renewal. This person hasn't given up on the possibility of reconnecting with you on a deeper, more honest level. Even during moments where they told themselves it was over, a part of them still believed that somehow, someday, there would be another chance. And here's where it becomes intense again. The Chariot comes out with force. This is decisive movement. No more hesitation. No more internal debate. This card tells me that once they decide to come toward you, they will come with determination. This is not someone dipping their toe in the water. This is someone who has already lost too much time and doesn't want to repeat that mistake. Virgo, this person is preparing themselves mentally and emotionally for impact. They know that approaching you means risking rejection, facing consequences, and opening wounds they tried to bury. But the alternative, staying silent, is now more painful than the fear of being vulnerable. Next, the Queen of Pentacles appears, and this is your energy: grounded, valuable, stable, desired. You are seen as someone who brings peace, loyalty, and emotional safety. This person doesn't just want you, they respect you. They see you as someone who could be part of a real future, not just a moment. That's why the pressure feels so intense. Now the Ten of Wands shows up, showing emotional overload. They are carrying so much inside feelings, guilt, longing, anticipation. It's becoming too heavy to hold alone. This is why they are coming in strong. They need release. They need honesty. They need to put everything on the table, even if their voice shakes while doing it. Virgo, there is also fear here that you've already moved on emotionally, that someone else might have your attention, that they waited too long. This fear is pushing them forward faster than logic ever could. And then we see the Ace of Cups beginning to open. Emotional renewal, a heartfelt confession, an outpouring of truth. This is not casual communication. This is emotion that has been stored, contained, and now is ready to spill over. What's important to understand is that this person is not coming to test you. They are coming because they feel they are running out of time. They feel a shift in the energy between you. They feel something closing if they don't act. Virgo, when this moment happens, you may feel it before it arrives. A sudden thought of them, a pull in your chest, a dream, a sense of anticipation you can't explain. The energy is aligning for a confrontation with truth, but how it unfolds depends on how both of you meet that moment. What's clear is that the door is not closed yet, and the story is far from finished. The cards are still speaking, and what's coming next carries even more weight. Sue, Virgo, as I continue into this energy, everything becomes quieter, heavier, more serious. This is the moment where intentions can no longer hide behind confusion. Judgment comes through strongly now, and this is a turning point card. This person has reached a moment of truth with themselves. There is no more running, no more excuses, no more pretending that time alone will fix what was left unresolved. They know a decision has to be made, and they know that decision involves you. They are waking up to the reality that losing you would be permanent, not dramatic, not symbolic, real, and that realization changes everything. With judgment comes accountability. This person is not approaching you lightly. They are aware of what they put you through, of how their silence, distance, or inconsistency affected you. They are not coming in blind. They are coming in humbled. Then the Lovers appears. And this is not surface level romance. This is alignment, choice, conscious love. This tells me that what's driving them now is not desire alone, but clarity. They see you as someone they could choose, deliberately, openly, without games. Virgo, this connection was never casual for them, even when they acted like it was. They just didn't have the emotional tools to handle something this real at the time. Now I'm seeing the Knight of Cups, and this is the approach. Romantic, emotional, sincere. This person is rehearsing what they want to say to you. They are thinking about how to express themselves without overwhelming you, without pushing too hard, without repeating the past. They want to come from the heart, but they also want to come correct. There is nervousness here. Not fear of you, but fear of disappointing you again. They know they don't get unlimited chances. Virgo, the Four of Swords shows that this person has been in deep reflection before reaching this point. This was not impulsive. This was not sudden. They've pulled back, gone quiet, processed their emotions, and reached a place where they finally understand what they want and what they risked losing. And now, the King of Pentacles comes in as the final anchor. This is long-term energy. stability, commitment, showing up consistently, not just speaking sweet words. This card tells me that when this person comes forward, they intend to prove themselves through actions, not promises. They want to build something solid with you, something calm, something real. Virgo, the reason this energy feels so strong, almost overwhelming, is because it's crossing into the physical. This is no longer just thoughts or feelings. This is movement, contact, a moment where something shifts between you permanently, one way or another. You are not powerless here. You are not waiting to be chosen. You are standing in your worth, and this person feels that. That's why they are coming in strong. Not to dominate, not to control, but because they finally understand that meeting you halfway is the only way forward. Whatever happens next, remember this: you were never too much. You were just ahead of the timing. And now the universe is correcting that delay. Virgo, trust yourself in this moment. Trust what you feel, and trust that whatever unfolds next is aligned with your growth, not your loss. If this reading resonated with you, support the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Your energy keeps these messages flowing, and there is more clarity coming for you very soon.